All right, what's up everybody? We are here at the outside of the bakery because today's project is too big to fit inside. We have a super cool project here today. One of my customers took a small bus and converted it into a tiny house, and we're gonna be installing a beefy new bumper on the bottom of this here in the back. This flimsy old bus one is just not gonna cut it. We're gonna need to hold a access ladder to get to the roof and a spare tire mount over on the corner, all while giving my man the proper stage light that he needs to be seen by the world. So first things first, we're gonna take off this old crappy bumper and we're gonna start taking some measurements. We'll cut up some steel and maybe finish this in time for some pizza with my man Donatello here. Cowabunga. We're starting with a 10-foot piece of rectangular tube. It's 6 inches wide, and I'm going to cut down 8 feet of it, and that's going to be our total bumper length. And then I'm going to leave the other 2 feet as 1-foot pieces on either side. We're going to 45 all this so that we get a 90-degree angle to cut both sides. I'm going to flare it up with just a piece of steel here and give it about a 100-degree angle or so. We're going to go just past that so that it flares out just past the body. Once that's tacked into place, we do a mock fit up, and I'm going to use this opportunity to mark my holes to drill through this and put the bumper bolts back on. We're going to do a mock fit up of this, and this will be our base layout to set up the measurements for our spare tire mount and our ladder. Once I'm confident in the bumper fit up, I move on to take measurements and start cutting up the pieces to my ladder. This ladder is going to be about 6.5 or 7 feet tall or so, depending on the material that I have. In order to accommodate the tail lights and the license plate on the driver's side, the ladder steps needed to be a bit wider than I intended. So we're going to modify our measurements here to utilize every single piece of steel provided. I decide to take the spacing used to accommodate the license plate and tail lights for the remaining steps up the ladder, and it's time to get our pieces into place, and we're going to tack our ladder together. I decide to bring the ladder inside and weld up the whole thing on my welding table. It's just way easier, and I can get my measurements exact and keep everything clamped down while I assemble it. So for my design here, I want the ladder to be removable if need be. If I weld it to the bumper, then this whole thing is one awkward piece, and it would just be a pain to take everything off completely. So the ladder is going to be held down by pieces of angle iron with bolts run through them. And just for some additional structure and safety, I think it's a great idea to set up some A-frame style arms coming off the right side of the ladder, going about halfway up, and I was able to get one welded down the left forward side about a quarter of the way up or so, just for some added strength. When somebody's climbing up this thing, I definitely want it to be safe once you're 8 feet in the air. I went ahead and took the circular sheet provided to me and drilled 3 holes in it to mount my wheel lugs to. They're going to match up with the spare tire. And I took a piece of square tube and welded that entire assembly to the top right side of the bumper so that the spare tire is going to sit just below the passenger side taillights. Once I've got everything mock fit up and the customer's bike rack fits and functions just fine, we're going to remove everything piece by piece, clean it up with the grinder, and take it to paint. Once the paint's dry, it's time for reassembly and final fit up, and this project is all set. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this video here. I hope you like the diversity I'm bringing to the channel. This was a much bigger build, but I'm giving you all things metal work. You know the drill. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep a sharp eye out for new work. And I'm feeling real nostalgic here, so me and my boy are going to go grab some pizza. We'll catch you on the next one.